Hi, I'm Abhay Labatkar, and with me we have David Palmer, Joe Perks, and Patrick Hishan. We are from Redmorph, and our focus is on internet privacy and getting the freedoms and controls that we as users enjoy in our physical life. We want to extend them to the internet as well.
Transparency is important because it's a pillar of trust, and it builds trust in the community as well as empowering the users at both ends. Because I believe right now, transparency is kind of leaning towards one side of the paradigm, and we want to empower everyone involved in the ecosystem to have some sort of control and power over their own data. And transparency is a very key building block in that whole equation.
I think this year's DTL conference is a step in the right direction, though a lot of the research that I saw presented is very much in the reactive mode. It's very much reactive in that we're reacting to what's happening online every day to all of our citizens and to everyone on the web. And I hope that we move towards a conference that will help us be proactive against tracking users in ways that they do not consent to, and against improper use of data. So in other words, better data transparency. I think the future of personal data transparency is one that's very important to society because depending on whose point of view you look at, if you're looking through the glass, on one side, you can see through it in the current situation. So if you're a company, if you're an advertiser, if you're a company that has a lot of personal data about your users, you can see through to the user's life. But the user cannot see through to what the company is doing, at least not any more than what the company will allow them to, because the company owns that data. So we need to level the playing field and allow people to understand what is going on with their data and how it can be used to help them, or hopefully not, but as we've seen, to harm them. I think this has to happen through retooling the internet we currently have. We build the internet and we're using it as like a financial and social foundation for our society, but the tools that we're using now aren't really designed for data transparency.
Well, I think it's an important consortium which is bringing together companies, university, and leading researchers in this in the area of privacy. But more importantly, it is bringing people from not just from a company centric, but also bringing people from the user's point of view, which is protecting their privacy, but also from the ad networks and the internet service providers from their perspective. How do you get data and capture data? So it's a level playing field in terms of trying to collaborate and find the best possible solution from an economic perspective, but also from a transparency and ethical perspective from all parties combined.
Well, if you consider data transparency as a multi-stakeholder equation, it seems that the individual in their personal information is the area that needs the most awareness and the most involvement. And so challenges, I think, are creating awareness. I think a lot of people have a sense of hopelessness about what to do about their personal data. So awareness of both the information that's collected and distributed as well as the ability to do something about it is, I think, a key challenge. And I think it's a place where a lot of innovation will take place with both transparency tools and user interface opportunities so that you can individualize and customize your privacy and what you share with other stakeholders.
In 5 years' time, I hope to see a lot of the personal data transparency initiatives take hold and bring a lot of power back to the users and empower users to have control over their own data, as well as policymakers empowering users and making sure that their data is transparent to them and giving control back to the people.